So we're now at Bad Honninggen on the Rhine, and this is me all set up for a bit of editing. But that's not a bad view from the lounge window, is it really? Not a bad view at all, up and down the Rhine. So I'll take you outside. Last night we stayed in a car park, and I showed you that. It was a bit noisy, but it was very close to a road. But today we are being treated to a most excellent campsite. This is us set up. We've got a table, a bigger one, but I think that'll suffice. It's got all the facilities you'd ever want. Wi-Fi is not much good, but we've got our own Wi-Fi, which is great. But yeah, let me take you down to the bottom of our garden for today. To the beautiful River Rhine. A posh hotel over there. We're going to do our usual thing, go for a walkabout later. Go exploring, we call it. But yeah, you couldn't have wanted a better sort of location, could you, really? And that's us. Say hello, Wendy.
Huh?
Say hello.
Hello.
Really fantastic. The water has been a bit high. You can see all the debris here, can't you? That'd be a bit scary when that was getting washed down river. It's a castle in the distance on the hill. It's lovely and quiet. Hopefully it stays quiet all the time while we're here. There's like a health spa place to the back. It's a bit of a tented area. There's toilets and reception, but it actually goes all the way down. I think it's about, about a quarter of a mile length all the way down there. But every place has got water close by, electrics, all the usual treats of a campsite. Right, I'm going to spend a couple of hours transferring some data and doing a bit of editing, and then we're going to go for an explore, aren't we, Wendy?
We are.
Right, I shall catch you later. Hello and welcome to Koblenz. And here we are in another paid campsite. We actually went to one this morning and it was full. So we went to another location and we didn't feel safe. So this is the third attempt today, which is new to us. We've learned something today as well. So if everyone else is pulled in, we should pull in as well, because it's etiquette that the awning all goes the right way. We didn't know that. Well, I didn't know that actually. After all this time, I've always been taught to reverse in case anything goes wrong. You can, pull out without fanning about, reversing out, hitting stuff, running trees over, running people over. You can just get in your vehicle, get the covers off, and drive straight out. But obviously, someone along the line pulled in, and then everyone else is like pulled in around them. So I didn't know that. Every day is a school day. This is a nice place. Everything's pay. Seems to be quite trend. And actually, you see the machine on the wall there. You pay for the actual camping by cash. This place is literally gone back to the 80s. They're taking less and less and less card, and it's more and more and more cash. So this is the layout. Quite a big old place, isn't it? We've just literally got in, got some lunch, sorted ourselves out, and then
Paid after 2200 hours and before 6 o'clock. So now it's free.
Yeah,
If you're just going to get here at 11 o'clock and leave at 5 in the morning.
yeah. You see the price has gone up. It was 11, it's now 14 probably for this year, 24 hours.
Fresh water's €1.
Yeah, and then Storm, that's electric, that's 50 cents.
Kilowatt.
So we're going to make our way down to Koblenz. We're going to go on a bus, we think. So we shall catch you on the journey. So that's us, get onto yet another train to Koblenz main train station now. Thank you. There's a big gap there. Should we take a seat?
Yeah.
Up here. So just walking down Cologne Main Street, and you get the weirdest things. I'm not quite sure what this is. Is it the Ark? With all the animals in it, but why the water wheels? I have absolutely no idea. Then you get the little fishes around it and a turtle, random turtle. I reckon it's supposed to be the Ark. I'm failing to see the significance of the water wheel though. Just taking the sights of Koblenz, walking down the main street, and some nice views and some piazzas to chill out in. Someone's playing a saxophone in the background. And it's really nice, really pleasant. So Koblenz must be renowned for its random fountains. We're wandering through the old town now. Just stop for a bit of refreshment and you get loads and loads of these lovely little piazzas around what seems to be the most random fountains you can see. So we've actually found something that explains the randomness of this fountain, and it's here. It's actually quite good. If you sort of look at the dates as it builds up from the bottom. Roman settlements, crown dominance, Crusades, slave trading, prospecting community, 30 Years' War, French Revolution, the Prussian period, destruction from the Second World War, and a forward-looking town. That's actually quite nice. Now the randomness has been explained. And now we walk down to what is the golden thread of this part of the journey, this tour, as it were. That's
There's the gondolas, look.
Ferry going from one side to the other, following the Rhine all the way down, just outside Koblenz.
That must be quite hard for the ferry to do with the current, the way it runs.
Yeah. Lovely castle in the distance there. And then you get the river boats and the gondolas. Wendy's right, and the gondolas. We should go and see how much they
There's
are.
one of those really, really long boats, look.
Oh gosh, yeah. River boats, river boat. I mean, this is
cruises.
river cruises, yeah. So the best looking part of Koblenz is,
Oh, that's kind of you to say.
it's stood right in front of me now. Of course it is. I was just about to say that.
Oh, God.
Is is the old town. And as you go down through the old town, it is going down to the side of the river, as you'd like to expect, actually. So a visit to Koblenz, really need to focus on the old town and down by the river. We came in on the train, and the train is about 2 kilometres, in fact there's a sign just up there, 2 kilometres to walk to the Hauptbahnhof train station. And you walk down into town, have a little chill out, taking the scenery, and then walk down here. So guess what? We have our tickets. We're going to go on the cable car. We're going to go up to the fortress, and we're going to have a beer in the fortress and a little bit of a look around, but not too much. Done quite a lot of walking today already. And then I'm going to come back, and the plan is to wander back through town, probably stop one more time, and then find our way back to the motorhome. Wendy's been very brave. I just want to make it public, because she doesn't do heights very well at all, so I'm really proud of her on this one. Let's get through this and let's get on the Wendy Jane, can you do the honours please? I think it's just a scan job, Wendy. Yeah, I think so. One. Ready? No rocking. Don't rock it, Wendy. So we're here. I'm going to hand my ticket over to Wendy. Wendy's going to sit down. She may even close her eyes, which kind of goes against what we're doing it for, but I understand because she doesn't do heights very well. This takes off at 30,000 miles an hour. The anticipation is killing me. And go! Nope. Okay. Yeah, so we paid to get into the fortress at the top. You got to pay to get in the fortress because that's where the bar is. And I thought it was pointless just going up there and not doing something, not stopping for a drink. And you're only here once as well, so for a couple of nights of wild camping, we might as well use that money that we've saved to go on rides like this. It's like being on a ski lift, only posher. Ooh. Oh, come around there, baby. Ooh. Get myself stable. Look at the view from here. Onto the Viking Cruises bridge there. All round up the Rhine, and obviously this is where the Mosel joins the Rhine. A statue over there. Some spectacular views from here, and we're in this on our own. That's the motorhome place. We couldn't get in, Wendy. Yeah. Over the side of the Mosel. So if you look over there, the motorhome place over there is 45 euros a night. But to the left of it, with a line of motorhomes there, that's 30 euros a night. But we couldn't get in there. It's absolutely jam-packed, reserved. So we made our way to the other location, which we didn't feel safe in. And then from there, we went to the place we're in now. Wendy is stood up taking photos. How brave is that? So I'm saying it's brave. She is terrified of heights, so this is as far out of her comfort zone as she could possibly go. And there she is, taking photographs. Good on her. Hey! So it's human nature, I think, to associate, you know, areas that you've been before to new experiences. And Wendy and I, we went on a cruise many years ago, and we went to Fort Niagara. Actually, we flew into New York, and the cruise went from New York, and then we had a couple of days in New York instead of just dust about in New York, because you can do, people will argue against this, but you can do New York in a day if you just stick to the tourist places. But we did New York in one day, and then the morning after we got on a plane at JFK and we flew down to Buffalo, and then we went to visit Fort Niagara. Hired a car in Buffalo, went to visit Fort Niagara, and that looks very, very similar. I suppose all the designs must be very similar. Any fortification anywhere you go. But yeah, when the memories start coming back. And after we'd visited Fort Niagara, we got a flight back to, it wasn't JFK, it was another airport, and then got a taxi back to our hotel. And then the day after, before the cruise set off, we went for a jog round Central Park, and we it was a very hot, sweaty day then, wasn't it, Wendy?
It was.
Sweaty, horrible day.
Saw where Home Alone was filmed.
Yeah, we did. As we were jogging past, we were pointing out all the sites where Home Alone was filmed and other bits and pieces. That was an experience. That's one for Strava, isn't it? Random places that you've run round. Recorded one in Central Park. Went all the way around as well, and it was hot.
Around the outside, there were so many different aspects to the park though. You had like bits where there was water parks where you could go on boats, then there was other bits that were peace and quiet, then there was loads of woods, but there was a whole big running track around the outside of it.
Yeah. So when you get your tickets at the bottom, you pay for the cable car, and then you pay for the entrance to the fortress separately. I think it's about,
Well, altogether it was 38 quid.
well, altogether £38, so not cheap. But we're only here once. I'm going to go for a look around the fortress. Not too much of a look around. Then we get some drink, and then we're going to set off back. If Stableford's watching this, this does remind me of Fort Niagara though. Yeah. So we've just come through one of the walls. We've come into this massive walled area. We get in a courtyard. And years ago, soldiers used to be on parade here.
Go have a look in there.
Can go have a look in there, have a look in there as well.
Yeah.
Have a look in here first. Oops.
It's quite impressive in here when it's lit up.
Yeah. To the dead, the German heroes. Yeah. Brave lads, every single one of them. So the main area brings you down. You're going to go left up onto the ramparts, or we're going to find out what's through this tunnel. Russian sinks. This is probably where all the munitions were stored. This is inside and nice and secure. Drier places as well.
Like the original flooring, isn't it?
Isn't there? The old pillbox. Like Wendy said, the original flooring as well. Very nice. This is a huge castle. I mean, look, there's some kind of music venue down here.
The dog's sitting in the puddle.
Yeah, keeping cool. We're going to go this way, I think. But Wendy will definitely want to see the dog.
What are you doing?
They obviously use this for venues, because that's the cafe area, rest area. But this place is huge. This is probably one of the biggest forts I've been to. We're going to have a walk up here, Wendy.
I can smell beer.
You can smell beer.
There's a big beer bottle.
Yeah, let's go have a beer. Yeah, so it's open for venues. There's a concert on in a few days' time. I've just asked there. We're going to walk this way and try and get up onto the fortress, onto the battlements up there.
The difference in the bricks and stuff is quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, see over the years where they've had arches and they've bricked them up, and then they've made the openings smaller, more defendable. And that'll be the moat, inner moat. Bloody hell, this place will be, without air support, this place will be almost impregnable. It's a lot to guard though. You know, it's huge.
This is the modern side of it.
Yeah.
You've got the football.
Yeah.
For 19 Euro.
Which one do you want to go to? That one over there?
Don't mind.
This one over here?
Either or.
Yeah. Although it's massive, it would take a lot of guarding. Could easily put 2,000 or 3,000 troops in here. Easily.
They have an individual music things, because they've got lots of different stages, so I wonder if it's a bit like Glastonbury. You know, they've got different stages in different places.
Yeah, maybe. So now we're going down to a mirador, as they say in Spain, or a viewing point, and oh my god, get a load of that. Isn't that something? The old town of Koblenz. We were just down there on the side of the Rhine, coming around to where the motorhome place was. Wow, look at that. That is some view. The Mosel meandering off into the distance. Up the valley to the left hand side. And the cable car. And the refreshments. So we're now leaving the huge fortress. And we're heading back to the cable car. Just been reading about history, obviously teamed in history from early Roman times up until the Second World War, and people actually housed in it in the Second World War because it was a safer option than down in Cologne. Cologne was another town that got bombed quite heavily during the air campaign, so they moved people up to the castle up here to house them safely. Okay, that's us going down the cable car now. We finished at the fortress of Koblenz. I may have said Cologne earlier. What an impressive place that was. Absolutely huge.
We went there.
Wow.
Da haben wir sogar noch Sonnenschein, wer hätte das gedacht heute?
Wunderbar.